Hope everyone doing good. And today, I would like to discuss about what are the improvements that happened in Power Platform. So everyone know recently in April, like Wave One update is happened, and there is many new features are came. And first of all, like this is Rajesh. So I'm having 13 years of experience on different platform to Microsoft basically. And into Dynamics, last more than 8 years, I'm working on Dynamics. So like now Dynamics and Power, especially now right now Power Platform, I'm working and SharePoint kind of things. So let me continue with our topics today. So basically, like today, I would like to discuss about what are the improvements have happened to Dynamics 365, especially on customer engagement CE in 2021 Wave 1 updates. And also, I would like to discuss about the Dataverse. So right now, like Microsoft Dataverse is live, and another thing about how this Power Platform help to resolve core business problems. We are going to understand this now and different kind of applications under Power Platform like Power Automate, Power App, and Power Virtual Agent. And other thing about like Power Automate as a integration platform, and other special thing about like low code development. So these are the topics today we are going to discuss. So if we are coming to this Wave One updates, again I would like to give a little more about Wave One. What is Wave One? So if you are not aware about Wave One, so if you know in each year, Microsoft will make two major releases. One is on April and other happened on October. So April release is called as Wave One and October is called as Wave Two. So in this year, we know like this Wave One update is already happened, and so there is it is coming with a number of major updates. So especially like application front, there is lots of improvements happened. So that especially like these all are the benefited modules due to this new wave one updates. So this like a marketing, sales, service, finance and operations, human resources. Like these all are like commerce, fraud protection, diversified business central. So almost all modules got a number of updates. Especially functional updates are more and user interface updates are there, and there is lots of improvements happen. So I shared like one link here. So if you would like to go through this, like you get more details about what are the other details that are available with Wave One. I believe like I'm audible for everyone. Let me know like if I'm not audible. So I believe I'm audible for everyone. I'm just continuing. Like if you coming to this improvements in D365 CE, so we can see especially like we can say that there is a visual experience is improved. A lots of like improvement we can see on our visual experience, and especially if you're coming to the functionality changes, there is like a duplicate detection is improved, and the other thing I can especially say about the global search. Now so there is a lots of improvement happens on often on this global search. You can see that in image if you search something like immediately you will be getting a pop-up or the like what are the details are there, and you will able to perform set of actions from there. So that is very important now. You can see there like a links are given, like you will able to assign to someone else, or you will able to send email the link to someone else, and you will able to share with someone else. There is like quick actions are available now. So if this is very helpful for the salespersons or anyone who is using this model driven apps. So they will able to simply search and jump into the particular record easily. And there is no limitation, like we can go and configure different entities, or like a different what are the like account contacts and custom entities, what are the entities we want to or records we want to populate here, that we can configure it, and based on that, that will be available here for quick search. So this is the one of the major visual like this, if you coming to the visibility, like it's available, like you can just go and search and you can find it. And if you coming to the mobile experience, like basically like lots of new changes are added here. So that are like now we can sort the record, and there is a search improvements are there. I already said like in the similar like the Power Apps what we are seeing here. So similar like there is lots of search improvements are there in our um, mobile app also. And now like previously like tabs was not that much good, you get very minimum flexibility there in tabs. Right now like they provide us tabs you can scroll also. So like, so in that case similar like in model driven apps or in a web interface you are getting multiple tabs. Similar like here also you'll be able to scroll it and go through the different tabs. So that is the one advantage we can see like. And other thing like now command bars are available. So that also give you like you will able to perform quick updates easily. And other major thing we can say visually, like can see that in business process flow. Previously it was very minimal, so now it is more detailed actually. So you will able to get more details about your business process flow steps here. Like you have a little more described it is. So there is a visual difference happened on this mobile app experience also. And if you're coming to the especially like the sales, I already said about the mobile app experiences. So there is because now a salesperson and mobile apps is very important. So they will able to quickly like get the information. You'll have to quickly enter to the mobile app. It get pushed to CRM and it is available for your sales activities. So if you're coming there, like you will able to scan cards and notes, and it will be automatically added. And other thing about you will able to directly access your personal contacts, and that will be you can integrate that with D365. So that is a very helpful for a sales member or sales team member. He can just enter or what are the sales contact information he is getting. He can enter to his mobile, and that will be pushed to D365 through mobile app. So that will be very helpful for them. And other thing about follow-ups, follow-up actions are very important for sales members. So they will able to perform it better. And other thing about Sales Navigator and collaboration with the LinkedIn, and that is having better improvements now. So you will able to get more informations, and you will able to track your customers. And if you want to, if you are looking for a new business, from the contact and LinkedIn history, and all you will able to track it. So it's required a LinkedIn team license. If you have that, you will able to integrate with Digitalify, and you get more information. And other thing about the forecasting and the pipeline analysis. If you come into the sales, like forecasting and pipeline is very important. So there is a major improvement happened there. So you will able to build a proper forecasting and forecasting report on analytics and all. And especially like if you can integrate that with Power BI, and then Power BI plus sales, D365 sales is work better, and they will able to make all kind of forecasting here, and that will help you to give you a proper. You will able to track it, where you are going, how you are going, and what is your future tracks, and from each customer, like what is your business history and how much revenue you are earning from each customer. This everything like for a sales member or a manager, so they can track it. And similar if you coming to other like activity management to do experience, and everything got improved if you are coming to these sales experiences. And if you coming to the customer service, again, like customer service also part of customer D365 CE customer. And here again, like if we can see like a schedule board. So the schedule board is having lots of improvement happen, and we can it is more hands-on now, and a user or again they can easily use it. And other thing about the email configuration options, like the sales member or with the minimum like a technical experience, they will able to do set of configuration in the email options, font changes, and there are multiple options are available. So that kind of flexibility was not provided before, and now that option is available. And this agent experience and productivity improvement. So basically, like this admin and backend staff, they will able to boost productivity using different configurations and workflows. So they can connect this with Power Apps or Power Automate kind of background operations, and they will able to track things very easily, and they will can easily boost the productivity. And other thing about like case management, so there is also improvements happen for the case management. So you will able to track here, so how the like individual customer service issues, and how much time a agent is worked on the issue, is it worked overtime for that. So based on that you will able to take a decision. And also like there will be a cases previously like resolved cases, like you will not able to edit separately. For that you have to reopen it and edit it and close it. So this is like now through backend operations. In case if you want to update something to the closed or resolved cases, you can achieve that through Power Flows. Or like if you come into development side, like a developer can use plugins or APIs to change, or if you want they want to make some kind of updates to this resolved cases. So that flexibility is given now. Previously, it was not available, and due to that, there was some challenges faced from different business. And based on their feedbacks and all, this new feature got added. So now it is more flexible. We can edit there also. And especially like if we come into the analytics, so like now like reports are available for the manager. So they can easily track, or they can check like how their customer service is progressing, and how the agents are performing, or how many tickets they are getting, what type of tickets they are getting. So this everything can be managed, or they get proper analytical reports. So that also one improvement we can see. And other thing about the knowledge article and knowledge experience. So especially if you come into the service sector, knowledge is very important. So now we like knowledge search is very elaborated, and you can feel like you are searching on a Google kind of things. They have more improvements happen there in knowledge search. So a executive can suppose like he is working with a customer, he got little questions, he can easily search on the knowledge article and can find it. And the predator knowledge search is again like giving you options. You can integrate this search experience with the third parties also. So you will be getting the data from multiple data sources, and that will easily help you to resolve your queries. And again, like this is AI-based suggestions are available. So based on your search and queries, and you get AI-based suggestions. And again, like if you are using portals, customer service portals, this experience can be shared with the end user also. So suppose like in your customer portal, service portal, if you have someone is coming prior to they create a service ticket, they can go through these knowledge articles. And that's the reason like we have multiple languages also available now. So they can go through the knowledge articles, and still if they have question, then only they need to go with a separate support ticket. So it will reduce number of support ticket plus your human effort in your backend. So you can reduce cost on these human efforts. So that are the improvements we can see here in the customer service. And total we can see like a huge improvements is happening. Next, if we are coming to field service, so again like this is also service sector similar like customer service. So field service is having more importance for the schedule board, because like suppose your company is running a customer service business. Suppose like it can be a AC repair, or it can be any electronics repair, or it can be like a home service. suppose like LG or Prestige or any kind of company. So if they are using a field service, so advantage here is like a clear view will be available, like where which technician is working and how he is going and what skill he is having. So based on that, there is automated scheduling options also available. Plus, like admin from backend or resource manager from backend will be able to schedule based on the ticket availability. So, and one more plus thing, what is happened now is like if you have a field service customer portal, a end user can directly track the technician. So he can say, just they can open the application and they can see where is my technician right now, when he is going to reach, and this kind of things are available there. So we don't need to wait on our home like when this technician is come. So you can easily check your mobile app and or you can say online. You can see like okay, he will be reaching by this time. On that time only, I should be there in home. So you can save your time. And another improvement is expected is like a service schedule. So in that case, basically like again we are reducing human effort here. So suppose I have a issue with my AC, if I have issue with my some of my appliances, then what I can do, I can just go to the site customer portal and I can register that and I can schedule a technician for to repair that. So here like a completely like it's a self-service now. So company can save cost here. They no need to monitor or they need to appoint a special staff to manage human resources here, how the technicians are going. So these two features will really help now to run service sector. And again, like technician success, if you are coming like uh, a technician, suppose like they know where is the next worker, and the map views available from there. They will identify. Okay, there is a traffic is there, that kind of things available, and they will able to like travel accordingly. Or they want to shift work to someone else, like someone is nearby available, they will able to do that. And other thing about Power Virtual Agent. This is the one of the new thing happened. It's completely a AI based, machine learning based virtual agent. So it is very powerful right now because it's work with the Power Apps and Power Automate. So if someone is having a query on something and it's a chat box, it's a chat bot actually. So you can configure a chat bot and it will be available on your service portal. So if an end customer can go and type his query there, and chatbot will have access to your different data sources. From that, it will able to give an answer. Not only giving an answer, if it's required some kind of approvals, or it can in some kind of configuration changes or some kind of data changes or anything can be achieved automatically by using like Power Flows and Power Automate, and with the help of this AI functionalities. So here again, like we are reduced the human effort here. So minimum kind of not only minimum, a major kind of changes also, which is having proper clarity, which machine can handle. So it will be automatically handled here. And again, if you come into the knowledge articles, suppose like a technician, he is working from one of the field and he is getting some kind of question about something, like he can directly go to this knowledge article and they will able to check it and they will get the solution. And also like this power virtual agents again help like they can, this technician will have a direct channel to communicate with the different persons, so they can directly come open the virtual agent and they can check there also if they want to get some information. So these virtual agents can help technicians plus end users, and both of the side it can be configured and working. And other thing about like enhanced inspection with the ad hoc inspection support, what will happen like for some kind of services, you may require some materials from your or parts, something. So you can with the application you can check what is the parts availability on your company or when it will be available. So you will able to check like based on your work, or you can check ad hoc also. So suppose you get a service ticket and you check like, okay, this required this kind of peripherals, or this required this kind of tools, or this required some kind of parts. So they can, you can directly go and check, okay, is it available? What is the stock? And you will able to make the order for that. or sometime like in future you may experience some kind of work, or you want to know what is the current status or what are things are available, you can do a ad hoc inspection. So that will give you information about what is the current stock, and based on that you can prepare. So these are all the improvements that happen now, and it's really help field service sector. And if you are coming to this dataverse, it's a new term. Basically, it's a new term. That's it, and it was there. It was called as Common Data Service. So now, for the like a branding purpose, Microsoft changed it as Microsoft Dataverse, and it is the MDM. So it's a centralized data storage, and it can be accessed from multiple places. In simple words, if I say, so it's a MDM. So, and one more advantage with this is like your data is fully secure, and it is accessible through different APIs, and you can use it and whenever you want. And you don't need to worry about your data at all, and you don't need to worry about data backups. So everything is safe and secure in a platform called Microsoft Dataverse. And if you coming to this diagram, you can see here. So Dataverse is a data source for all of the Microsoft Power platforms. You can see here these Power BI, Power Apps, Power Automate, Microsoft Virtual Agents. So these all are the different apps which will consume data through Dataverse. So Dataverse is on the central storage. And plus Dynamics 365 also store data on Dataverse. That's the reason Microsoft is able to distribute data to different applications, because you have a centralized data storage and centralized data maintenance. So it is easy to maintain to it. Again, like you can see here, there is data connections with the different third parties are available, and you have a AI builder here. So using that, you will able to manipulate the data. So because AI builder required a lot, huge data to make its algorithm working. So that everything will be working with the Dataverse, and you will able to make proper predictions. So you can see like a centralized storage of data and data in and out through different applications. And it can be connected with the different sources through data connectors. And also like Power Automate also work as a data integration platform. So you'll able to get data from different platforms. You'll able to send data to different platforms. And if you coming here, you can see uh, why we want to use Dataverse. I already said about like it is if you coming like it's a simple tables in a secure cloud environment. So lots of tables are available, and it is well organized, and it is in secure cloud environment, and it is encrypted and secure, and proper database data backups are taken, and it is securely stored. In simple words, we can say in that way. And if you coming to this benefits for an end user, we can see it is easy to manage. I already said, because we are no need to worry about where data is storing and anything, and secure. Already all algorithms are built, and it is under encryptions, and everything is secure using Microsoft platforms. And you can access DCCY data also through Dataverse, because the DCCY is, database is Dataverse only. And you have a proper metadata available through API. So you get information about each table which is used, especially like what is the schema name, data types, and description. And this all kind of metadata information is exposed through the different applications. So if you are making some kind of custom build applications, and you need this metadata information for that, that is available. So through that, you can build your custom applications also to communicate with Dataverse. And it will support APIs to send and receive data. And you can build your logics and validations using Power Automates, or you can expose through APIs. That is possible. And other integrate. So it is having like, Excel is having a special plugin available, and you will able to import data, and you can check in Excel also. So these are the major benefit we can say about Dataverse. And technically, if you are coming like there is some kind of terminology changes are happened. If you come into Dataverse, previously like in a legacy terms or common data services, all kind of tables and everything was called as entities. So it was a little confusing for different platform persons. But now what they done is it made us a common name like a tables. So it is easy to understand for different platforms and different persons and different technologies. So all kind of special names are removed and now everything is following a common names. You can see here entities changed as tables and fields and attributes everything changed as columns and you have like uh, row records and everything is rows is everything you can see like option set multi selection everything can change as the choices and two options change as yes no. So you can see like right side the current term is very familiar for everyone, so that is the advantage here. So if a different technology person want to do some kind of integration with a Dataverse and they're reading the documentations, so they can easily understand because it is everything now named as common terms. And again, like if you come into technical implementation or a past implementation, what are things that are existing in the system will not have kind of any kind of impact with this because it is a terminology change only. But if you come into APIs and everything, it follow the same previous thing, and there is no change on any kind of API methods. So we don't need to do any kind of modification for existing implementations. Or technically, there is no major changes. Only like this terminology changes have happened. Again, if you are coming to this Microsoft Power Platform, so we already discussed that this everything is under Power Platform now. This image we already discussed previously. So it is especially like and again coming back here, like you can see like Power BI, Power Apps, Power Automation, Power Virtual Agents. These are the power applications, or these are the front ends, or these are the way you extract the data or you interact with the dataverse. So these are all platforms you can you already may familiar with the Power BI is a reporting tool. Power Apps you can build different apps easily. It's a low code application platform, and Power Automate is a workflow platform. You'll able to make automated workflows, jobs, and everything. And Virtual Agent is again like it's a AI based. So is you can create chatbots or on top of that you'll able to run with different automations. So if you are coming here. So basically, like how this Power Platform is helping to resolve the business problems. We already discussed already many times, like a Platform is having integration with the different data sources. And if you are again coming here, uh, nowadays we can see like everything is data. So if you have a well organized data, then only you can make a business growth. And we can see here in the previous image you can see like your data is centralized here and you have different application to work with the data. So and you have AI builder also to make the automations. So you will able to especially you'll able to make lots of automations and you will able to solve your data, and this Power BI will give you proper analytical reports, so you know where your business is going and you will able to do the proper forecasting and you know like how to make your business success. And another thing about like you can easily access data because it is having APIs and exposed APIs, metadata details are exposed. So different application, different platforms, you can easily access data and you can use Microsoft Power Platform apps like Power BI, Power Apps, Automates, or Virtual Agents, or third-party apps if you want to connect with your database. So that is possible, and you will able to do your business. And another thing about the maintenance free, yeah, you don't need to worry about managing of your database anymore now. So it is completely secured and under the Microsoft Power Platform, and you don't need to worry about data backups. And if you have some kind of data loss or something like accidental deletions or something happened, you get support from Microsoft support to restore your data, because they will have your database backups. So based on your request, your data can be retrieved and restored in case of accidental deletions only. So there is no other chance of data losing here. And you can have a data integration with a different platform with the help of API or Power Automate. You can use anything, and you will able to retrieve data from different systems, or you will able to expose data to different systems. That is possible here. And you have Power BI for reports and forecasting. You will able to make your analytical reports with a minimum effort, and you will able to make and it is coming with a lots of templates which is already providing lots of forecasting and reports. Apart from that, if you want to build your own reports, you can use Power BI custom reports or Power BI desktop, and you can build your own reports. And it is easy to build. It's basically completely graphical based now. So you can drag and drop, you can manipulate your data completely using Power BI, and you can get your report. And if you coming to the business requirements, we can see the minimum 72 or for 100 percentage of your business requirements can be achieved just through configuration. That is amazing here. So you have a rich graphical interface is available. So using through the graphical interface, you can directly um, configure your requirements, and you can run your applications. So a small application you can build in 1 hour or half an hour, and you can start, it is ready for your production use. That's advantage. That's what is called as a low code development platform. So you don't need any special like high level technical knowledge to work with this. You can directly go and configure it and start using it. And again, like the developers basically like if you want kind of some kind of advanced or complex logic which is not available with the Power Platform or Power Apps automate configuration, your development is open. You can build your own custom code based components also here using a framework, Power Platform framework, and you can integrate with applications. So that also available. So basically like low code development plus code based development, both are possible here. So here, like if we are coming, we don't need any specific technical staff to build the application. That is the beauty here. So a sales manager or a end user or a salesperson, they know what they want. They don't no need to go to a development team, or no need to run to a development phase, or they need to hire any development company to do it. They can directly configure their apps, and they can start using it. So that's why like your time is saved, because you will have instant business requirements, and you don't have time to wait for a long. A development team come and they build a custom application, they do your testing on their box, and they do a deployment for you, and you do your validations and a production deployment. These all are the long process basically. And by completing this, so you require a proper advanced planning if you want to use a custom app. But this is very instant. So you can suppose you are getting a business requirement. Okay, I need this now. You can just configure it and use it within half an hour or 1 hour. Your application is ready for production. So it is bug free because you are using only configurations. So you are not doing any kind of special custom coding here. You have everything available plug and play. It's a modular. You can just drag and drop your components, and it works. So it's bug free. So that's why, like with a less technical person, or with a minimum training, end user or a sales team or a service team or a manager or anyone can easily configure this application and start use for their purpose. So that's the reason, like it's a really help for their business issues, and they can close their business issue very fast. And everything is through graphical interface. You don't need to worry about any kind of, you do I need to write some code for it or nothing like this. Everything is graphical interface based, and it will support set of functions, and it required knowledge. So if you are going for that, like if you are getting a little more advanced kind of configuration, so that for that purpose you may need to go with some kind of training or something. Like you get lots of online videos available, you can go through that, and you can get familiar with that. But otherwise, like if you want only for advanced kind of things, you require support from a technical team, or other everything you can configure and use it. You don't need to write any special any kind of code lines here. So if you're coming to some example about business implementation, like a sales manager can create a quick Canvas app and share with his team members. So there will be like a requirement, like they want to collect data from their partners or someone. So if they don't have a platform for it. So what will happen, like if they share data through any kind of data sharing, something Excel or any other platform, again someone should sit and integrate data to Dynamics platforms. So here, like a sales manager can simply create a small app on using the Power Apps. They can share that with the partner, so partner can share the data through that. Then automatically data get integrated to your system. So it's completely like you don't need to do any special effort here to in your company, or you don't need any support from anyone else to do that. So that's why you will save your time. And also, like with the help of Power BI, sales manager can easily go and or sales manager, sales team, or any person who is working on that, they can simply go and create a report according to their requirements, and they can start using it. Or also they can share with their other team members, or multiple team can work together also. So that all features are available. And if you're coming to AI builder, like accounts team will have lots of like invoices are coming and they want to pay for it, or there's some companies like that's become a big burden for them. So if they want to do a invoice automation, so that is possible through AI builder. So with the power of AI builder, they can do invoice automation, and so there they can connect with the power flows for approvals or validation with a different system in the Dynamics, and they can do all validation through automatically. And if all validations are passing, it can be processed automatically. So that is possible through AI builder. So it can parse the invoice, whatever may be the format. It can be a PDF file, or it can be image file, or anything. It may be receiving through emails, or it may be some other channels, and whatever may be. So it can pick that and process it automatically, and it is like and it will send the confirmation emails and details. So basically it's a huge time saver for accounts department. So one example I was saying it. So and other thing about customer service portal. So you may getting lots of service tickets, and if you have a customer service portals, and you can have a knowledge base exposed to that, and you can have a virtual agent connected to that. So in that case, like most of your queries gets resolved in the Power Portal itself, and now will reach your agents, or like your staff to resolve it. So if I get an issue, I can directly go to Power Portals and I can search for the issue. So either like I can search with the virtual agent, it will go and search and give the proper data, and the customer issue will be resolved. Or that will collect all information. That information will be directly passed to the agent who is connecting later. Suppose like there will be cases, some kind of issues will not be closed by virtual agent. So in that case, what will happen is that what are the data is collected by virtual agent, that will be passed to the person who is connecting. So in that case, he already know what are the chat histories happen with this customer and what is the issue. And there will be a set of recommendations can be added with the AI builder. So that also will be shared with the agent who is connecting with the customer, so he can easily resolve the issue. So this also a time saver. And again, I already said previously, like a field service, self-service portal. So once that is activated, again, like it will very helpful for end user can directly get transparent updates of their tickets. So what is the status? So suppose I raised a ticket for AC repair. So I can just go to my portal login, and I can check what is the status of that. Is there any person assigned to that, or is it required any kind of parts, and what will be the cost for it? So this everything is transparent there. So I can ready, like once my agent or technician reaching my home, like everything will be available, or like something arrangement is required. So everything can be available, and your resource issue will be closed easily. And again, like we are little going little deep into Power App, like basically Power Automate and Power Virtual Agent. So if you are coming here, like already we discussed multiple times, like Power App is a low code approach to build applications. So you have a platform there you can go and you know what you want. Based on that, you have different components are available. You can drag and drop it, and you can design it. You can define the drag and drop different screens. You can connect screens. You can change the backgrounds, colors, and you can do what are the graphic changes you can do. Everything is like graphical, so not require any special training for it because everything available there itself. And also like you will able to connect this with a different platform like SharePoint, Dynamics 365, Office 365, SAP, or third party ERPs, Twitter, MailChimp, SendGrid, or anything like different data sources connect. Those connectors are available. So if your operation is connect like requires some data from any third parties, that also you can connect with the connectors and you can get that data, and you can do your manipulations using your Power Apps, and you can build your application. So here, like one advantage again, I'm saying like you are not writing any special code to connect with the Twitter or Mailchimp or SendGrid. It is everything configurations. Or you are not writing any code for a SharePoint connection or accessing data from SharePoint or pushing data to SharePoint or accessing Dynamics 365, or you want to update leads, or you can change the lead status. For this, anything like you are not writing any code here, everything is a just configuration. Plus, like you may have some requirements, you have some data which is only on premise and it is not available on cloud, then there is again a way you can have a connector and a custom connector gateway you can configure it, and using that like your on-premise data also will be accessible to Power Apps. So that flexibility also is there, but it required a developer involvement here, because what is your on-premise system, what type of API it support, or how it can expose data, which can't be predictable anywhere. So that's reason like it required a developer involvement to build this custom connector, and once that is connected, then remaining everything is low code. You can go with that. And again, like these Power Apps work with the Power Automate. So for the background jobs and works, like if you have a requirement, you want to connect with a different thing, you want to run some jobs, or automated data transfer from one system to other, or anything like you can schedule it daily. You want to run some job, or you want to click somewhere and you can manually trigger and run the job. This everything you can achieve using Power Automated flows. And this also low code. You are not writing any kind of custom code here. And one more advantage here, you can see like there is a flow gallery is available. So what this flow gallery will give is a set of pre-built templates. So that will already have automation, everything available. What you have to do, like you just need to go and pick the connection. Suppose like you want to send an email from one data source. If something changed, you want to send an email. So you can just go and connect. Like, okay, your data source is SharePoint. Okay, this is my SharePoint connector. You can just enter a credential there. Okay, so they can say like one item created. Okay, send an email to the using special template. Just you can say that. Or one item created here, you want to update something on CRM. So these all are available as a pre-built templates. So you not require any special knowledge here. Just you can go and search in your template gallery and pick your proper template and open it and change your connection accordingly. Like what is your source, what is your destination, what are changes. Plus you get an option like if you want to extend it, you can extend it also. So you can add a new business logic there, you can do new validations there, everything is customizable. Again, you can extend it. So that all flexibilities are available. So this is completely a time saver now, Power Automate, or now it's called as Cloudflow. So developers can use it, end user can use it, anyone can use it easily. And if you are coming to Power BI, Power BI is an analytics tool or is a reporting tool. You will able to build simple to complex level reports using Power BI. And you don't need to be your data to be organized here. Like you can do all kind of data manipulation inside of Power BI itself. Suppose you are getting a, you have a data source, it is not organized. Then what you can do here is you can connect to the data source and you can retrieve the data, and you can do the your own data manipulations and data how you want to organize, how you want to format it. That you can do in Power BI itself. Then you can use that as a data source for your reporting. So this everything is possible, and you have a rich set of pre-built report templates are available, and plus there is an option to create your own custom designs, and it also support AI based reports. So there is lots of improvements that happened to the Power BI compared to the previous years, and now like especially everywhere I can say like it is concentrating for the end users. You don't need to reach any technical staff or technical person to do this job. You can do yourself. It also support natural language query. That is another beauty. You can just type what you want, so it will show the report accordingly. So what is the revenue generated by so and so salesperson? You can just type there; it will show you the report. So that kind of natural language query also it is supported, and plus custom configurations and advanced reporting using you can build using your Power App desktop. Sorry, this Power BI desktop. So these all are available. So now it is a very powerful tool for reporting purpose. And again, if we are coming to this Power Virtual Agent, we already said like it is completely a AI based chatbot you can build here, and not only a chatbot, it is just not not only give a answer to your queries, it can operate something on backend also, because the backend of this is Power Automate, and Power Automate can connect to different data sources, and it can automate the actions. So based on user request, so automatically system can go and check what type of request it is. Suppose like a order based request, if someone is placing it, automatically backend Power Automate will run and check what is that order, what is the history of the order, and what happened to the order, any other previous communication happened to that. Everything will be tracked, and the system will automatically ready to give the answer. And someone entering like they required some kind of approval for something, or some changes, like automatically this backend job will go and check the request, or like is it authorized to do it, or what are the other changes are required, or is it required some notification to someone. That everything will be processed in backend. And again, like I already said previously, like some cases, like if the issue can't be closed by a virtual agent, it should be transferred or escalated to a person and to work on it. Then what will it will do, like it will send a report to the person, like what are the chat informations happen, what are the recommendations has happened, and what is customer mindset. This everything will be like tracked, and that information will be passed to this physical person who is working with going to work with the end user. So he can prepare accordingly, and he will able to quickly provide a solution. So that is the beauty of this Power Virtual Agent, and it is completely AI based. And if you are coming like Power Automate as an integration platform, we already said like it can connect with the different two data sources. So the data source can be anything, and it can manipulate the data, or it can do set of validation on the data, and it can transfer data from one location to other, or one system to other, and everything like it is a backend for Power Apps, it is a backend for virtual agents, or anything like it's all kind of integrations are achieved through this Power Automate integration platform. So it's automatically boost your productivity. So here like you most of your manual actions are reduced now. So system automatically react on top of that, and system will do that job backend, and you get the result. And everything is secure here, like everything end user, again I already saying like there is no custom code is required, you can just configure. It is a no code based, and you can do your robotic process automation also using this. And you can have background, you can have the scheduled jobs, and you can have lots of templates are available. I have placed a few links here like where the templates are available. You have a set of connectors are available, like connection to SharePoint, connection to Dynamics 365, SAP connectors. This kind like lots of connectors are available. So you can just configure that connector, and your data source is ready, and you can transfer your data from one system to other system, or you can format your data and transfer to other system. So anything is possible using this Power Automate now. Again, if you are coming to this low code development, we already discussed a number of times, say that this Power Automate, Power Platform, everything is a low code development. So what is this low code development? So low code development is a new approach came like a end user build his application and use it. So there, what the system is doing, like the platform, what platform is providing, like it's provide everything like modular components. Suppose if you want to build a application, what you can get, you require a screen, you require some text boxes, you require some labels, and you require some buttons, and you want to change the screens, change, you want to play some background colors, and if one click of button, you want to perform some actions. So this everything what the system done in this platform is pre-built is ready. So you can just open your screen, and you can just say that, okay, I want to build just drag a screen here. Okay, now like add your components like text box, labels, and everything. And just you can go and change the text. You can change the colors, and you can add one button. And on click of the button, you can say what you want to do. Okay, collect this all data from here and push to SharePoint. So you can click there, and you have a SharePoint connector available, and you can say that, okay, this is the SharePoint connector, and where you want to push the data, just you can say that. Or you want to call a Power Automate service, on click of that, you can just click on that, you can say that this is the Power Automate job you want to execute, and you can just give the name, and you can pass the input to that service, and it works. So here, like within like minimum time, you will able to configure it, and you are will able to run for that. So uh, that's the reason this everything is called as a low code platform, and getting like business importance, because your business requirements are quick, and you don't have that much time to wait for a development cycle to complete and deliver it, because you have to run fast, then only you can make the business success. So that on top of that, this everything is built and it is available. And not only like Microsoft, there is other platform providers also available for low code development. So but like a Microsoft platform, like Power Apps is one of the leading application in that. So these are the topics I plan to discuss today. Let me know, like is there any questions or something placed? I hope like everyone understand, or it was helpful for you to understand about Power Platform. And if you are having any questions on, let us know. You can email us on your questions. And that's it from my side. Thanks for joining the session.